All right. Hey, thanks for jumping on the call with me, Matt.
Not a problem.
So, why don't can you tell me? Can you talk to me about like how we met originally, like our experience with what we were trying to accomplish together, like selling product and what that was like?
Yeah, I think you and I met. Cal, it's probably been 5 years ago. As far as trying to figure out how to sell product together. We did that training a couple years ago, and the thing that was impressive to me, I think, when we did that was the systems that were in place and the systems that got put in place, basically to train them to easily and systematically sell product. Because really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're selling. If there's a system in place, I think like what you had established and what we taught them. Oh, sorry, shut that off.
You're good. You're good.
What we had taught them was basically just a methodology to, if they follow this step by step, this will lead to the success in completing that sale or finalizing that sale. So that was the thing that was probably the most impressive to me, was just the system that was put in place. There was a lot of time and effort put into it by you.
Yeah, yeah, and I think we had some really good results. Do you remember what the net result was?
I don't have that off the top of my head, but I know that right after we did those trainings, and after you focused and put those things in place, we saw pretty significant growth in your account from a sales perspective. And so I don't have the exact numbers with me, but it was drastic enough that my boss paid attention to it. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's always good, right? What was like in our experience when we worked together and we ran that training? What was the thing about the training you thought was most impactful for the salespeople? Or what do you think was like, what sticks out to you, I guess, like from that experience?
Well, the thing that stuck out to me the most, and it was one of the first times that I had actually directly worked with you, was like I said, the methodology that was put in place, for your employees to basically just follow along. Some of them were very new to the product. And by spending the time that we did and going through, the basic breakdown of that process, do this and this is what happens, this will happen. That was very impactful for me. It also reminded me of a lot of things that I needed to do, in when I'm approaching people and trying to sell and move product. That was something that really impressed me. And I think probably the time that you had put into it. I assumed when I showed up that morning that we were just gonna, buzz through a couple quick training things but the system that was there, I think, was probably the most impressive thing.
Thanks, man. What would you tell the small business people that are watching this, about like working with me or my team, and the coaches that are working with me?
Well, I think the big thing is if you follow the process. The process that you put in place really helps lead to that success. And I think we saw that as a direct result from the training that we did. We took that account that was it was flatline at the time. We focused on a couple particular products, and really through your coaching and really the teaching method really helped that. And I think anybody that else is going to work with you, I think that's something they should pay attention to, is it's all been very well thought out. And if they follow those steps, they'll work for them. And I think you give a lot of help and a lot of support to them as well.
What would you tell people that are thinking about signing up for our coaching service?
I would do it. So
right on. Yeah.
One thing that I would say with Chris that I think is probably the most impressive is the time that you put into it, as far as making sure that it's going to be effective. A lot of people will put stuff out there that, oh, hey, this is going to work, flying by the seat of their pants, and I've never got that indication from you ever. Everything.
Awesome, Matt. Well, hey, I really appreciate it. It's always good to talk to you, man. It's always good to see you. Hope it sounds like things are going really well, so that's really good. Anything else you think you can think of that you touch on for people that might be watching this that are prospective, coaching clients?
Listen, good luck with it, and if anybody would ever want to reach out to me, you're welcome to give them my personal information. I'd be happy to chat with them about it too. So,
Wow, thanks, Matt. Man, I really appreciate that.